What is up, my MS Gym family, my tribe? What's shaking, you guys? So, how's everyone doing? My name's Trevor Wicken. For everybody who is new into the MS Gym, we had an influx of newbies this past weekend, so welcome. I just want to let you guys know that you are in the right place to learn about how to exercise best with MS, how to use exercise to manage your MS symptoms, how to use exercises that work around the lesions in your brain, the demyelination in your body, the poor balance, the poor strength, the poor coordination, and all that, and really learn what to do to help you increase your mobility, your function, and the ability to live the way that you want to live your MS life. The exercises in the MS Gym are specifically designed to complement other things that you are also doing. So whether it's yoga or Pilates or physio or PT or chiropractic or drug-mediated therapy, stem cell transplant, nutritional intervention, whatever it might be, you need to move. You need to exercise. And all the medical community is saying that exercise is one of the best things that you can do for MS. And so therefore, I want to show you the best way to do it, the way that I've been doing it with my clients for the past 15 years, and the way that we roll. All right? So, in the past couple weeks, we've gone over a lot of key exercises in the MS Gym. So we went over pelvic tilting, which kind of plays into what I call butts, is getting your butts underneath you. Last week we went into planks, and so that goes into guts, is really focusing on being able to pull in that deep core and that transverse abdominis and hold your core tight. And then now this week what we're going to be working on is blades. So we're going to be working on shoulder blade and scapular mobility so that you can actually move your arms right, you can support your arms better, you can push out of your chair better, you can transfer better, you can walk and have strength in your upper body, whether you're on a wheelie walker or trekking poles or whether you're just walking. In order to have a strong upper body, you have to take out the spasticity, you have to add mobility, and then you have to add strength. So that is what we are going to be focusing on today, or this week, is reducing spasticity, adding mobility, and adding strength to what is called your posterior shoulder girdle, which is all this stuff back here, which these muscles are meant to pull together and down and help you stand upright and tall, rather than doing the MS posture of protracted or shoulders rolled forward and slumping with this like bent up position like this, okay? So today I want to talk about releasing spasticity in the upper body, and then show you some light dynamic movement patterns that you can do on a daily basis to get going. And then as we progress throughout the week, we'll add mobility of the upper body and the mid back, and then we'll add some strengthening components on the wall and all that kind of fun stuff, so that by the time that we get to Saturday, which is the full circuit of every single exercise we do this week, you're going to get done and be like, whoa, dude, I feel really good. I feel open. You're going to be like, yo, Trev, I feel amazing, baby. So that's what my entire goal is. Okay? All right, so let's get started. So the number one most spastic muscle typically in a human body is what's called your PEC Minor. Those of you who have been in the MS Gym before, you've heard me talk about PEC Minors. It's the muscle that literally goes from this coracoid process down here. It's only about this big, about that big, okay, about that much. But what its function is it upwardly elevates the scapula and tips it forward. It's an important muscle for when you need to do something out front, but if it gets locked into place, you end up rolling forward like this, and then you're kind of stuck, and this pulls your body forward, which affects your posture, pulls you into foot drop and spasticity. So the number one thing we want to do is release that PEC Minor, okay? So we want to get our hand, I'm going to duck down a little bit, about right here, and we're just going to massage this through. So you're going to find some really tender spots in here, especially if you have flexor spasticity in your arm or your shoulder, which most people walking around the planet have some form of flexor spasticity, whether they have MS or not, because we all sit rolled forward like this, okay? And we're fighting gravity all the time. So you want to start up by your collarbone and kind of trace it down, and you're going to work right along kind of your bra line, ladies. Guys, think about backpack straps or suspenders, so right along here. So you want to get about 30 seconds of rubbing each side. So that's about 30 on this side, and we go 30 on this side. So we're going to go into a series of releases, and then we'll go through a dynamic range of motion exercise to help you open up your pecs, okay? So right there, like, that's a party. Okay, when you find a tender spot, baby, you know that's the party. That's where the heat is. That's where the noise is. Jump on in. Break that party up, man. You are like the party cop, all right? So we're going to waka waka. We're going to waka our way down and find those spots. They're going to be sensitive. This is an everyday drill that you need to work on. Every single MS person, I would say 95% that I've ever put my hands on in clinic here has had PEC minor spasm. It just goes par for the course with MS. So when in doubt, you know, PEC minor it out, okay? So once you get those pecs loose, what you're going to do now then, if you're sitting in a chair, you can still do that. If you're sitting in a chair, you can still do this. So I'm going to have you hold your hands just slightly. I don't want them all the way in. Just this way. Abs are in. Pelvis is tucked. If you're sitting in a chair, abs are in, shoulder blades down, and what you're going to do is you're just going to open and hold. So when you open and hold, you want to pull back far enough, but you also don't want to pull back too far that you start to shrug your shoulders. So just back to where you feel your shoulders start to rise. You're going to go 1, 2, and I want you to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together just slightly. It's not just move your hands. It's imagine you have a band around your wrist, and you're pulling that band apart. So 1, 2, bring it back, okay? 2, bring it back. Abs are in, pelvis is tucked, okay? Pelvis is tucked. Even if you're in a chair, pelvis is tucked. And pull. 3, 2, relax your neck. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. 4, 2, so if I'm going to go diagonal, I just go to the spot where my shoulders don't shrug. So 5, 2, back down. 6, 2, back down. 7, 2, or I guess back in is a better word. So you just go to shoulder width. 8, 2, back to shoulder width. Do not go in too far because then you'll spaz this back out. 9, 2, back here. And then 10, 2, and relax. Okay? So you do that PEC minor release, and then you do what's called a reverse fly, and you open up. So the second muscle that gets really tight is a smaller muscle that controls your clavicle or your shoulder or your collarbone, okay? So if my collarbone is right along the border right here where there's these, see this is my collarbone right here. The muscle is really, it's right down here. It's right underneath that collarbone, okay? So like right there. So on the collarbone right here, it's right underneath. So right here, boom, 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 boom. So that's called your subclavius. So I want you to start right at your sternum, okay? And you're just gonna work that thing out. And it's kind of a side to side, so this way. So we're working the PEC minor, we're working the subclavius, and also what's called the clavicular head or the sternal head of the PEC major, which can get super tight. So you don't have to crush yourself, and don't put your hands into a spasm. So if you get spastic hands, it's just a gentle, direct rub. It's not anything too crazy. So it is going to be tender for sure, but you're just going to work your way along that collarbone in your what's called your subclavius, okay? Like right here is super tender on me. So you're going to do that for about 30 seconds, okay? Then switch over to the other side. Start in by your sternum, and then you're going to work your way out, okay? So we're going to do that for about 30 seconds. Now, you can have a care provider do this for you. You can also use, if it's hard on your fingers, you can even get like a tennis ball or just a small like dog ball or something like that. Like literally go to the pet store, get one of those smaller dog chuck it balls, and then you can roll that along here or roll that along your pecs. It's a bigger surface, so you don't have to use your fingers as much, okay, if you have hand issues. So you work on that subclavius for about 30 to 45 seconds, okay? All right, so now this one's going to be a little bit taxing on the shoulder, but just bear with me, okay? You're going to have to trust me. So if you have a lot of shoulder issues, you can kind of just put your hands together like this, and then you're going to pull apart. So I know we did this on the last one. The goal of this is going to be out, and then you're just going to pull apart this way, okay? So it's a different muscle. So your hands are going to be here, and you're just going to pull, you're going to pull out, and as you pull out, you're going to rotate back. So your thumbs are going to start together, and then as you rotate out, your thumbs are going to rotate back, okay? So butts are underneath you, guts are in, shoulder blades are down, hands are out, and then you're just going to open up, okay? So your thumbs roll back together, palms are to the floor, and then you're pulling apart, palms face the ceiling. Again, don't pull back too far that you shrug your shoulder, just far enough where you feel the stretch through here. So you're going to come this way, and then you're going to open and pull apart. This is the exact opposite function of the subclavius, because the subclavius pulls you this direction, so you want to go the opposite direction to stretch it. So that's a 3, 2, come back together, touch your thumbs. That's a good coordination drill. Come back here, 4, 2, come back together, coordination drill. Here we go, 5, 2, come back together, touch the thumbs, pull apart, 6, 2, come back together, relax that neck. If you're feeling it in your neck, you're pulling back too far. So 7, 2, or think about holding a tennis ball under your chin as you do this. 8, 2, come back, touch the thumbs, open the palms up. 9, 2, come back down. Last one, and 10, 2, okay? So that gets your subclavius. Now you will feel some lactic acid buildup in those arms. Even if you can't get those arms fully extended to ones like that, just try. If this arm's straighter than this arm, it's cool. Just keep your shoulder blades pulled down. You'll still keep working that, okay? So the third area that I want to work on is spasticity in the anterior deltoid and the bicep. Very often, I see a lot of MSers that have a lot of tension in the bicep, okay? And you can feel it. You can feel that tone when you actually touch it. So what I really want you to focus on is you can get a ball on this, you can get your hand on this, and we'll go into more of the bicep release when we do hand and finger stuff down the road. But for now, you're basically just going to relax that shoulder and you're just going to pinch. So you're just going to kind of massage out that bicep. Most MSers, because you guys don't have a lot of tricep strength, end up having very bent elbows like this, and this bicep is pretty darn tight. So you just kind of want to relax the arm and just hold it. So you don't want it super tight. Just relax it, and you kind of just massage it out. So you're just massaging this way, okay? So you're kind of just pulling up on that muscle. You grip it and kind of pull up. You grip it and pull up, and you massage that bicep out. Now that bicep goes all the way up and connects into the shoulder, right? So if you think about what I'm doing here, we're releasing this way, and this way. So we're getting like this 3 parts. Look at that. Look at my fingers. So we're getting this 3-part release right here. So you got 1, you got 2, and you got 3. Those are all the muscles in the arm that actually pull your arm forward, okay? So you're releasing that bicep, you're walking that thing out and get that thing feeling good, okay? So then you just switch sides. So again, if you need to sit at a table or use a tennis ball on this and just rub it this way, you can do that too. If pinching is too hard on your fingers, then just get a tennis ball and work that out. Again, you guys in chairs, this is a vital exercise because guess what? Chairs are not made ergonomically to help you with good posture. They're there for you to sit in. Okay, whether it's a wheelchair or a normal chair, okay, so you're just relaxing, just chilling this bicep out. When your arms are in a chair constantly, you're constantly like this, you're constantly like this, you're constantly like this. So all these exercises are going to open you up. So after you get done with the bicep, what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go this way and down, okay? Because biceps get tight in this direction, so we want to rock them out this direction. So I want you to take your hands, just like you did a halfway bicep curl, you're going to go down and you're going to rotate out. You're going to take these thumbs and go palms up, come down and rotate out and away, okay? So butt tight, gut tight, shoulder blades down. Put your hands up at about 90 degrees, so even like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go down, turn the palms, and turn those thumbs all the way over so the backs of your hands are facing your hips. Okay? So bring it up. You're going to kind of go a comma shape, down and out, and then you're going to bring it back up. So you're going out this way, up this way. Okay, 10 reps. Abs in, shoulder blades down, tail tucked, and we go. So abs down, boom, thumbs twist out. Feel that stretch in the bicep. Make sure you're not leaning forward like this. Don't pull back too far. You may only get to about right here, and you may still be in front of your hips, and that's cool. If you try and pull back too far and do this, you just negated everything we did, okay? So I'll show you from the side. So you're this way. So butt tight, abs in, shoulder blades down. We pull down and away, twist the palms back. 1, 2. Bring it back up, down and away, twist the palms back. 2, 2. Bring it up and down and away. 3, 2. Think about abs in, butt underneath you, shoulder blades down. Bring it up and down. 4, 2. Bring it back up. 5, 2. Bring it back up. And by you squeezing like this, you're actually working that tricep, which is going to help counterbalance spasticity in the biceps. 6. Good. That was good. Down. So you turn those palms over and straighten that arm. Try to keep those shoulder blades back and down. 7. Bring it back up. Twist. Pause. 8. Bring it back up. twist those thumbs, pause, 9, bring it back up, come back down, twist, pause, and 10. Cool. All right, you guys, nice work. So, like I said today, we start with that PEC Minor because it is like the boss, right? It is right in the middle of that spasticity line. So we want to release that PEC Minor and come open. Then we want to release the subclavius, a muscle that is hardly ever addressed or talked about in the therapy world. Everybody just negates it, but it's a big stinking deal to get movement in this clavicle, okay? And then we just pull apart and twist open like this, all right? Then we release the bicep, go through there, and then we're coming up here, and then we're twisting it back out. So as you can see, all of these motions, they work the opposite of the spastic pattern, the opposite of the spasticity pattern, and we work some spiraling and some rotation in because that is what your body's meant to do. Your body is not a forward, back, side to side body. It is a diagonal, dynamic movement machine. And so we've got to get spasticity out, not just in a forward back direction or side to side direction, but in a spiral pattern, open and back, which is why we do what we do here. Okay? So practice this, you guys, today. This is a good release for after you've been sitting at your desk all day or sitting in your car all day or something like that. Just even when you first get up in the morning or before you go to bed, to loosen up all this like congestion, this neuromuscular congestion in here, to open your body back up. It's going to help you a ton, and it will also help you boost your posture so you can stand up straighter. We need to get more mobility in these joints before we start on the strength and mobility later this week. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do them as well, okay? So this is super vital stuff. This is like caffeine to your nervous system. It is awesome. It will wake you up and make you feel good. So if you like this video, hit like, comment away. Stay tuned this week, you guys. Build off everything this week. Get in there. Find someone that just joined, someone's name that you haven't seen before. If you're a veteran, welcome them, help me, help them, because we got a lot of people coming in, and I want to build this up as a community because it's not just all about, 6,000 strangers connecting with me. I want to be your guy, but I want 6,000 strangers becoming 6,000 family members and actually be coming together and build that community in the MS gym. It's super important to Misty and I, you guys, and that is why we exist. So thank you for being here. We love you guys. Have an awesome day. See you soon.